wonderful Thursday day. Did you prove me right? Did you get more things done today than you had in the other days of the week? I would say I was at least on par. I mean, there was a lot to do. Change lanes here real quick. Jump over, see if we can't see that wonderful blue sky and all of its wonderful clouds in front of us. Peaceful. It really is. I hope that we can have a nice afternoon and somehow be outside. I think that's what I'm really looking forward to, is to be outside at some point tonight. I was corrected in the comments this morning. Daylight savings time is upon us. We spring forward. Just know that you set your clocks forward this weekend, this Sunday. I'm not sure if I was exactly called out about multiple personality disorder or not, but I was suggested viewing about multiple personality disorder. Which I feel, after having worked in a medical school for over 10 years, I got a good grasp of it. I mean, I haven't seen the movie Split, like it seems YouTubers like to immediately jump to when it comes to talking about multiple personality disorder. We do realize that that's Hollywood, right? Like, most of the personalities aren't even really that defined. Anyway, let's not get into multiple personalities. No, let's instead talk about you. I mean, how did you find me? How did you come to be here? Because that was the other part of the day of kind of doing some more research of how to start to promote the podcast a little bit more. We're approaching that 100 episode mark. I feel like that's the breaking point. That's when, like, this becomes serious almost. Like, we should have technical things worked out in 100 episodes, right? Like, this should be, I mean, I feel like we've gotten better. Having gone back through the entire playlist over the past couple days to, give them an episode title. So I was kind of like trying to figure out what topic we were talking about that day and how many different, like, iterations of audio that we went through with all this, different microphones that we did. I do feel like the lav that we currently use is the best option. Thank you, Deity, for the smart lav. Lighting. I think I'm actually going to start worrying a little bit more about lighting, especially in the morning. You can always kind of tell, and it's kind of one of the detriments of a GoPro and the very small sensor that it uses. Low light situations like I deal with in the morning, not as much in the morning anymore because of the time, our days getting longer, but you can tell that there's more artifacting and essentially just a lower quality of video that I'm getting on days when I'm driving when there's lower light outside as opposed to the natural light that I get a lot of the time filming right now. Like shooting out here and looking at the El Keeley building, which has flags above it. I wonder what's going on there. We will have to ask our friends at El Keeley what's going on. What are we celebrating on the roof? So yeah, stream coaching. Been listening to a podcast known as The Stream Coach, in which I always listen to it with a grain of salt, because it never seems like, does this person really know what they're talking about? Are they really even doing these things that they're saying are the best practices? Like, a lot of the things that she talks about early on in the podcast is like how she's unable to keep up with consistency of her own projects. Like, okay, so you're not able to do the thing that you're telling everybody to be able to do. Okay, well, we will work with that. We can at least learn from each other's mistakes. Now, the one thing I have yet to find, and I'd be happy to find it, is another podcast completely produced in a car. Maybe that's why I need to search search out some more. Like, what other kind of things out there? Like, can they get this shot of the sun beams streaming past? Well, the shadows are more or less doing this negative art we've got going on driving through the tunnel here. One other little addition that I added to the playlist descriptions, and I kind of felt bad because I knew the only way that it was going to get seen is if I put it at the very top, so that bumped down the credit given to Nathan Jatcko and his band for Catch, the CD, this music that we play here at the beginning and end of the show. It's bumping it down. I really do. I feel bad about that. That should be number one. But since it would never be seen, I put the whole little link of buy me a coffee ? Type thing. And instead of using a service that essentially does donation things for like coffee, gift cards and stuff, I just started making a Amazon playlist. And this is going to get me on a topic that we're going to run long with here now. So, warn the affiliates. Affiliates, please. We're running long with this segment today. We're going to go over the 8-minute mark, I bet, now if I get into this topic. So let's do it. We're going to be in traffic anyway. I have a new idea for something to do on the show here. How can you really call this Braden in a car after having too much coffee when most of the days I don't even have a coffee with me? So, obviously, the solution is to brew coffee right here in the car while we drive, right? We need one more thing to multitask and potentially have hot, scalding liquid to spill on ourselves. So I am looking for, I imagine this Rube Goldberg-esque machine behind my head, right here next to our little sign that says this is not for you, obviously, that would brew coffee and more or less, maybe it's like a whole safety system to where the only way that I'm actually going to get to this coffee is if it goes through a tube that I can immediately take a swig off of while talking to you and driving completely uninterrupted. So help me with this. Help me design this. Maybe we'll make a Google Doc or something that we can put designs and ideas and stuff into. I really like that idea. If it was a community project that we put together to design this apparatus to brew coffee. So, you got me on a tangent. The Amazon link that I put into all the descriptions, that is specifically for buying a on-the-go espresso maker that is designed for making coffee in a car. So that's the low option. It can be pricey. I'm gonna look for probably a better one on there. I just wanted to make the list today. So there are a couple coffee things on there. Don't worry about those yet. We'll find a good one. But really, I want to make this ridiculous apparatus. And maybe it starts with this espresso machine or something. But if we can add that into some sort of mechanism that can be fully powered here, maybe solar powered. Can we make it solar powered? Because that would be fun. Work's still emailing. I want this to be a ridiculous coffee apparatus machine. If it has to, we have to modify the car to put this in here, I am totally okay with that. It can't cost thousands of dollars. It probably can't even cost hundreds of dollars. Let's try to keep it low-key. If it's completely DIY, that's the best part, right? I'm really excited about this. I hope I can get you excited about it, just to feed me more coffee, to fuel the energy, to bring you more content every day in Braden in a car after having too much coffee. Everybody, let's play it out. I was trying to get the Raspberry Pi here to work today. What's going on, Raspberry Pi? You were